everyone. I am here and I hope that the sound is good today. The air conditioning is on. It's just too hot to turn it off. I'm not so sure the lighting is so good either. Maybe I should move over. Anyway, I guess you can see me. Yeah, I have an important topic that I want to talk about today. It's, I think, really at the heart of the problem of stuttering. Now that's a big thing to say. One little topic. You can't have a stutter. So, yeah, I really think that this gets right in there to why stuttering has been so hard to treat for so long. And that's really the sentence, I have a stutter. Hi there in Texas. Hi, Sabrina. So, Sabrina, if you're a person who stutters, I don't know if you're a clinician or a parent or somebody who stutters, but if you are, do you ever say, oh, I got my stutter when I was a kid, or I've had a stutter since I was 3 or 8, or sometimes I have a stutter and sometimes I don't. I've had loads of people come to me and use that terminology. And what are the things, why do I say you can't have a stutter? Because having something, what do we have in our lives? We have things, okay? Objects, things like that. You stutter. I have a stutter since I was 6. It's moderate to severe. Okay, so it's like it's an it. And this is how we all talk. Sabrina, you're not the only one. So many people talk about stuttering as if it is a thing, like I have a book or I have a sister. And, hi Linda. And we look at these things and we look at them as if it's something we have. What else do we have? Well, we have a headache, a backache. I have the flu. I have an infection. So we also think of having diseases, objects and diseases. We don't usually say, I have a nice feeling head. Okay, you'd say, I feel good. Okay, that's more of a description. But we also say, look for a cure for stuttering. And maybe that's because we sort of do put it in the terminology of a disease, of something that needs a cure. And this is really, really at the heart of what the problem is. Because stuttering isn't a thing, and it isn't a disease. And that's why there's no cure for stuttering. Because you can't cure something that isn't a disease. So when we look at it this way, we're really putting our perspective in the wrong place, in the wrong direction. And you know that I am here to really help people who stutter and people who can really make changes, because stuttering is something that you do. Now, this gets us into some rough territory, because when I say it's something you do, I don't want people to have this impression like I'm saying you could do it differently or you should be doing it differently. And I think that there should be no guilt whatsoever when it comes to stuttering, or even feeling, oh, I'm doing something I shouldn't be doing or something that's bad. No, absolutely not. But if we know what we're doing, then you don't feel guilty and you don't feel bad, then you are empowered. Because if you start to understand what you're doing, and so much of the stuttering is subconscious, we know that. But once you bring it up and you start to really understand what a person does to make stuttering happen, then you really can do so much to change it. I just noticed, Matt, what you said, that there's no cure for stuttering. I'm going to look and see if I can see the whole thing. I can't. Okay, yeah, I can. So why didn't you say we don't have cure stuttering? Similar words, really, but so different. Well, we don't cure stuttering and we don't cure a stutter, but you can change it. So what are you really doing when you want to get over stuttering? You want to change things inside of you, the way your subconscious and conscious is functioning. And this is so possible. It is so possible for us to change things, and we're changing all the time. So once you stop thinking of it as I have a thing, and start thinking of it as a thing you're doing, then you are empowered. Oh, Sabrina, that is great. Congratulations. You passed a college speaking course. I wish I had something like that when I was in college, because boy, I'm still not a great public speaker, as you can see, but I do it anyway, and because I want to get my point across. Hi, Simon and Jida. Oh, Arthur, nice to see you here. Yeah. I am keeping up the fight, Arthur. I'm keeping up the fight because I know what people who stutter can do. I know the changes. I see them, and you know what? I've been working with a few people recently who have made such amazing changes. Like, I could see a big difference in 1 week. And you know what was the thing in the week? They practiced. They really, really took it upon themselves to do the things that I showed them to do. And wow, what a difference. Hi, Ing. I hope you're having a nice day. Okay. So, look, change has to be made on many levels. You have to make the changes within your thoughts, within your perspective. And let's stop saying I have a stutter. That's the first thing I want you to do. I'm giving you all a homework assignment. Okay? No saying I have a stutter, or my stutter came or my stutter went. Once you stop saying that, then you can start looking maybe a little bit deeper and say, you know, what was I thinking that day that I was stuttering so much? What was in my thoughts? What was I feeling? What was I doing? And when you look at it that way, then there's so much that can happen. So Arthur, you said that you're fighting the fight too, and you're beginning to relax more, that you don't feel as vulnerable. And that's something that, right, you are so right. That's something we can do. We can change, not feeling so vulnerable when you stutter. I say we. I feel like an honorable stutterer, person who stutters, because I have been with this, and it's been in my mind and in my heart for so long that, yeah, I feel kind of vulnerable. And I do know what goes on. I do know what goes on within the mind of a person who stutters. I know the process that creates stuttering, and I know the mindset that keeps that process intact, and I know what people can do to change it. Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you. It's been a long time. So, I am really going. I haven't been having such a summer vacation this year because I am working full speed into bringing you, all of you, the course that is really the culmination of so much of what I've learned. It's not ready to be launched yet. It's coming out in August. But when it does come, I think that it is going to be something that you have all waited for. Because it gets into it and helps you to see what is really going on inside. And that's on all levels. So know that there is change. There is no reason why people have to feel and believe that because they stutter now, that's what they have to do all their lives. It seems that way when you look at it as a thing, but when you see that it is something that is your creation, inadvertently, of course, you don't do it on purpose, but then if you want to make the changes, and hey, not everybody wants to make the changes. Hi, Justin. Nice to see you here. And if you do want to make changes, then if you're guided in the right direction, it's not so hard. It really isn't. And that's what I want to leave you with today. I want you to know that everything is possible and that you can make so many changes, and it's all within you. Because what I found, and this is important, that with all of the people, and thousands of people who I have treated during my career, with all of them, they all had within themselves the basic ability to speak with ease, comfort, flowingly. It really did. But of course, it wasn't all being put together correctly. It's like you have all the pieces, but they're not being put together in the right way. So we have to figure a way to put them together right, and that's where I help you. So have a really great day, everybody. And if you have any questions, I would really love to answer them. If any of you that are on now have a question, okay. Matt, okay. Why don't you have a cure for stuttering? Okay, so as I said, it's not a cure because it's not a sickness. But you can change and you don't have to stutter. So it's just a different way of looking at it. And you know what? Even in the field of medicine today, talking about sicknesses, we're starting to see that people have more that they can do about a sickness than they thought they had. Like they thought that they had something that just fell on them, just got a sickness. But today we know that it has a lot to do with the foods that we eat and how we handle our stress and things like that. So even there, I think we're going to find out that we are all empowered people. We have more power than we really think. And once you turn on that power, there's nothing you can't do. So I am going to put a link in with this video, and it'll be on the Facebook. It's going to be a link for a free course that I talk about things that are really important about stuttering. And when you see the free course, you'll see more of my perspective and how I look at it and how people really can make changes. So I hope you'll enjoy it, and that will also put you on my list so that when other newsletters come out and other topics are discussed, you will be the first to know. So, hope to see you all, and thank you, Mostek. Bless you too. It's really nice having you all here, and I will see you soon because I'm going to be doing Facebook Lives during the summer and into next year. I really think we have to make the most of our summer vacation. So, hi Deepak. Nice seeing all of you. Okay, if any, Ziva, Bochim Habayim. Okay, so if anybody has any questions before I leave, I'd be happy to answer them. I don't know, do they come up really quickly so I won't hang up on anybody? Post a question. If you have other questions that come up, I might as well answer your questions on these Facebook Lives. So be sure and post them. Okay, bye for now. Bye everyone.